guys, welcome back to ASMR Retro, and welcome to my Summer Slam 2024 predictions video. Summer Slam takes place on August 3rd in Cleveland, Ohio, in the Cleveland Browns Stadium, and it's actually the 37th annual Summer Slam, and it is hosted by Cheese Miz. Alright, this is a pretty interesting card lineup. There's usually 2 or 3 tag matches, or a triple threat, or a quintuple threat, or whatever, but every match is a one-on-one, and every match is for a title shot except for one, which I do prefer one-on-one matches, but it's nice to have some variety in there, you know what I mean? But keep in mind that I'm recording this a couple days before the event, so I wouldn't be surprised if they add at least one tag match to the card. Okay, first up, we'll start with the match that everyone is talking about. It's a singles match between CM Punch and Drew McIntosh, with a special guest referee Seth "Jokin" Myers. This should be a good match. Punch and McIntosh had a great feud without even having a single match yet, so hopefully this payoff lives up to the hype. Obviously, Punch has been cleared to wrestle, but is he 100%? Will he have ring rust? Will he go easy on himself? I wouldn't be surprised if this is a bit of a shorter match than usual, just because of his the fact that he just came back from injury. And the other question is, what role exactly will Seth Myers have? Honestly, I don't even remember the exact history between these three, other than Myers hates Punch. I guess he doesn't get the punchline or something like that. But basically, I think the winner will be CM Punch. There's no way they'll make him lose his first match back after an injury. That would be kind of pointless. So it should be a very entertaining match regardless. But I am going to go with CM Punch as the winner. And he's going to win it with his finisher, the Coca-Cola Crush Triple C. 1, 2, 3, baby. Okay, moving along. Now for the match that everyone is talking about. It's the singles match for the WWE Inconsequential Championship, with your current champion, Jamie Steen, taking on Bunsen Burner. Now, before I get into the match, I want to correct a mistake I made in the last predictions video. Someone in the comments corrected me, so thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. I said that Bunsen Burner was the son of Marty Jannetty, which would make him the nephew of Ron Mitchell's. They, of course, are from the legendary tag team, the Stalkers. But it turns out that I confused them with another legendary tag team. So the actual father of Bunsen Burner is Ricky Johnson. And, of course, his uncle, Robert Fender, from the Rock and Roll Espresso tag team. So my apologies to you guys and to Bunsen Burner. But in terms of the match, I'm not too impressed by Bunsen Burner so far, to be honest. I heard a lot of good things. And to be fair, I only saw like maybe 3 or 4 of his matches, and they didn't really impress me all that much, especially based on his lineage and all the hype that I heard. And even looking back at the first match he had with Jamie Steen, I believe it was at Money in the Mattress, it wasn't that great. So hopefully he does a much better job this time. Now, in terms of a winner, I think Bunsen Burner's gonna win this one, because this is their second match. Seems like they're building this guy up. And when it makes, like, if he loses now, all his momentum's gone, right? So, yeah, I would have to predict that Bunsen Burner will probably be victorious in this match and your new WWE Inconsequential Champion. Next up, the match that everyone is talking about. It's a singles match for the WWE United States Championship between your current champion, Hollywood Paul Hogan, and LA Tonight. This one is kind of hard to predict. Paul Hogan is doing a great job as the United States champ, but Tonight is still very popular. The crowd loves him. But how long will that last? You know, it feels like time is running out. He's not a young guy anymore. He's not old, but he's not young either, you know. Paul Hogan is young. He has all the tools to remain relevant for years to come. And a loss here really won't hurt him all that much. And even wrestling career doesn't work out, I don't know, maybe you can go start a YouTube channel or something, or try boxing even, who knows, right? The world is his oyster. So what I think will happen here is Hogan will get LA Tonight down on the mat, right? And out of desperation, Hogan grabs, those huge Prime Energy drink bottles. He lifts it up into the air, and just before he uses it to bash LA Tonight's brains into tomorrow, who shows up? It's T-Zilla out of nowhere, hits the teabag while the ref is tying his shoes, of course. And Paul Hogan goes down, right? Tonight rolls on top of him. The ref finishes tying his shoe. 1, 2, 3. And your new United States champion, LA Tonight. If you're unaware, Paul Hogan is suing T-Zilla. Something to do with Prime versus tea-based drinks. I don't know, bro. Doesn't matter though, because it was all a work all along. It was just to set up a match between Paul Hogan and T-Zilla at WrestleMania 41 Beverage Wars. Guys, now that name makes sense. It totally makes sense, so I can't wait for that one. But the bottom line is tonight, LA Tonight is your new United States champion. Okay, now for the match that everyone is talking about. The singles match for the unidentified WWE Championship, with your current champion, Cody Stones, taking on Yolo Sikoa. I think this is the easiest match to predict on the entire card. There's no way Stones will lose this match. I just don't care that much about the Yolo version of the breadline, to be honest. It's okay, but it's just not as exciting as it used to be. I think they need to shake things up a bit. So here's what I think is gonna happen. Cody will be demolishing Yolo, like basically just squashing him, Looks like it's gonna be a short match. And then suddenly the ref notices that he forgot to take his blood pressure medication, so he runs backstage. Now this leaves Cody Stones vulnerable to the entire breadline, like the entire Samoan family tree basically. They all run out and start beating Cody into oblivion. Even The Rock's mother gets a few shots in there. And it looks like all hope is lost. It's all over. Nobody could save Cody. And then suddenly over the loudspeaker we hear, "Auga, it's Roman Rage, Roman Rage, Roman Rage." And the crowd erupts, and the sound meter explodes, killing everyone in the first 3 rows, but nobody cares because it's Roman Rage, and he slides into the ring, surrounded by the entire Samoan family. They close in on him, and he hits javelin after javelin after javelin, cutting them in half one by one, until it's just Roman and Yolo left. Roman Rage is pulsating, he's shaking, he's building up to rage mode. Auga, he hits the Spartacus punch. Yolo goes down. Roman pulls Cody's bloodied carcass onto Yolo just as the ref's blood pressure medication is under control and slides back into the ring. 1, 2, 3. Cody Stones retains the unidentified WWE Championship. And man, that's gonna be one hell of a match. They really should put this one on last, because I don't know what could possibly follow that. Alright, here's the match that everyone is talking about. The singles match for the Women's World Championship, with your current champion, Liv Morgan, versus Rhea Ripley. Not too much to say about this one. I love Rhea Ripley. I'm so glad Mammy is back. I was never a big fan of Liv Morgan, but she's grown on me a bit. I still think these two fighting is just a visual mismatch based on the size difference. Unless it's a squash match, but I don't think it will be. We'll see what Dominic Toretto will do here. I think he's gonna look like he's gonna help Morgan, but he'll take a look at Rihanna and be like, "You don't turn your back on family." Then he'll cause Liv Morgan to lose while the ref is taking an emergency call from his bookie or whatever. And Rhea Ripley will hit her finisher, the Ripped in Pieces. And winner and new World Women's Champion, Rhea Ripley. And I think after the match, it'll show the entire hung jury crew eating dinner together. So I think that's a nice little, a little message there about family at the end. Okay, here we go. The match that everyone's talking about. the singles match for the WWE Women's Championship with your current champion, Bayley, versus Nylon Sax. I had a bit of trouble with this one too. My first instinct was that Nylon Sax would win. After all, she won the Lady of the Ring tournament. She has the momentum. She's the unstoppable object or whatever, but I don't know. There's already a lot of title changes here, so maybe she won't win. She can always have a rematch with Bayley at a later date, so for this one, I'm going to go with Bayley to retain. And finally, the match that everyone is talking about, the singles match for the World Heavyweight Championship with your current champion, Damian Priest, versus Uter. Another kind of hard match to predict. I can see it going either way. Will they punish Priest for messing up the Money in the Mattress finish? And I'm not even sure it was entirely his fault, but his title run hasn't been the greatest, but I don't think they're ready to give up on him yet. On the other hand, I think Uter is ready for the belt, but I think he doesn't need the win as badly as Priest needs it right now. And I think Uter will be fine if he loses. So with that being said, I'm predicting Damian Priest to retain the World Heavyweight Championship. And I think he'll win it after hitting his finisher, Preaching to the Choir. But regardless, I think this is going to be a very entertaining match. Alright guys, there you have it. Those are my predictions for SummerSlam. Let me know what you guys think. I hope you enjoy the show. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.